And once again, it's my pleasure to invite you to sit back and enjoy what is quite a spectacular match of the day. Our first game is the meeting of the Merseyside giants, Everton and Liverpool, both unbeaten in the league this season. But let's straight away join a frenzied 53,000 crowd and John Motson at Goodison Park.
And two new captains, Ken Dalglish and Martin Dobson, lead out the sides for the 119th Merseyside derby in the Football League. The usual fantastic reception, this year Argentina style. Goodison absolutely packed. 54,000 is the limit on the crowd, and those Everton supporters have waited 7 years to see their team beat Liverpool. The last victory they had was in 1971, and to those people it seemed like a lifetime. Now under Gordon Lee, they're unbeaten as well. They've survived longer in Europe than Liverpool. Will the tide turn today? But the Liverpool supporters, fed on so much success, can point to a league record where their team have scored 35 goals already in 11 league matches and dropped only 1 point. And they also know that in the last 15 Merseyside derbies, Liverpool have had 8 wins and 7 draws. Well, the crowd have just heard today's team news, and Everton are missing one very important player. No Mike Lyons, who's normally the captain, so at number 4, Roger Kenyon plays his first league match of the season after much injury. Trevor Ross also had a calf strain, so he's substitute, and Jeff Nolte continues in midfield. Nolte, one of 4 players on that team sheet, playing in his first Merseyside derby. The others are Colin Todd at number 2, young Billy Wright at number 5, and at number 10, Mick Walsh. Bob Paisley has been involved in Merseyside derbies as player, coach and manager for over 30 years. And the face of experience is one which means so much on a day like this. The team he's picked today is the successful, unchanged side, which means no place for Hughes and no place for McDermott, who's on the bench. So Liverpool have 2 players tasting the atmosphere of this special occasion for the first time. Alan Kennedy at number 3 and Graham Souness at number 11. At number 10 there, David Johnson, who has the distinction of having scored the winning goal for both sides in his career in a Merseyside derby. And at number 9, Steve Highway, who's passed a fitness test, playing his 300th league match for Liverpool. And Mick Lyons, who's an Evertonian through and through, has been all his life so bitterly disappointed to miss this important match. So Pat Partridge, England's World Cup referee in Argentina, takes charge today. He was the referee when Liverpool lost the League Cup final replay to Nottingham Forest by a penalty last season. Gordon Lee takes his seat, knowing what a win would do today for his reputation as the Everton manager. So Liverpool in red, kick-off, playing from the right. Not just the match of the day, but on paper, the match of the season. Everton, blue shirts and white shorts. Latchford getting up with Hansen. Here's Walsh. Thomas has gone wide. Nolte's in the box as well. Latchford came near post. That's the ball that Everton love to play. And Bob Latchford always looks for Dave Thomas to get the ball into the near post. A move that Everton thrive on and get so many goals from. And Thomas can bend them in as well as any winger in the country. Trevor Ross will serve on Gordon Lee's right. He's on by Nolte. Latchford again, the target. Did well there, Todd. Nice play, Nolte. Dobson, good step from Everton. This is Andy King. Todd, back again to King. King in again. Dobson, King. What a scramble. Latchford's shot, well stopped. And away by Hansen. King got the ball in, but Clement saved from Latchford. Terry McDermott in the goalkeeper's jersey on the right, the substitute. And on Bob Paisley's other side, Joe Fagan. Ray Kennedy. Souness, nicely away from Andy King. Oh, good try. Souness feels it was deflected. The referee says not. It was a nice approach to that shot by Souness. He just moved to one side of his midfield marker, Andy King, and made space for the shot. Hansen covering for Thompson. And again. Pajic that was, looking for Latchford. Oh, my word! Oh! Clements gets a let-off, and so do Liverpool. He had to wait for an agonising moment when he turned round to see if it was going in. Bob Latchford found them square, got a header in, and for Everton it trickled agonisingly away. Thompson! Oh, Clements got a hand to it, did he? Thompson's header, without a doubt. Kenyon for Everton. Foul by Johnson, who claims he took the ball, but Pat Partridge knows full well he took the man as well. But the nearest Everton came in that period of pressure was the Dobson header, which Clements somehow clawed out. And Pat Partridge blows for half-time. Everton may feel they had the better of the half. There were nearer things at the Liverpool end, one or two scares. Clements called upon rather more often than would. But as so often happens in derby games, one side cancelling out the other, and no score at half-time. Well, Goodison Park, one of the most famous grounds in football, a true hall of memories, and Everton celebrating their centenary this year. Formed in 1878, and perhaps the biggest compliment you could pay this club is that since the Football League started, that's 90 years ago, in 1888, Everton have only been out of the First Division in 4 seasons in those 90 years. Floodlights on to compete with the sun at the beginning of the second half. Everton playing now from the right in the white shorts. Dobson, Thomas. In this case, Thomas again, though. Walsh. Nicely done. Oh, Nolte! If he'd made contact, it would surely have been a goal. Everton got a man over on the far post. The cross was good. Nolte went full length and didn't quite make it. Here's King. Thomas. Pajic. Again, plenty of blue shirts forward here. Thomas. 3 waiting on the far post. Dobson is in there. It's going to fall for Andy King. Oh, yes, he's got it. Andy King has scored. And Everton have taken the lead with a typical King goal. And Goodison Park goes absolutely mad. Would you believe it? In the last 14 league matches between the two sides, it's only Everton's second goal. Gordon Lee salutes it, as well he might, and the scorer was Andy King. It was a volley that he put away so well in the top corner. And with 58 minutes gone, the stalemate is broken and King brings the derby to life. Just when Liverpool had threatened at the other end, Everton get the reward for their first half attacking. Andy King with his 3rd goal on Match of the Day this season. And their reception for that goal speaks volumes. Ray Kennedy, Dalglish and Billy Wright. Oh, Alan Kennedy, deflection, the flag's up, offside's been given. The flag's up on the far side. Johnson thinks he scored, and it's not been given. And and Liverpool protest, but the flag was up before Johnson put the ball in the net, and somebody on the Liverpool side was in an offside position when that ball skidded across the area in the first place. Johnson thought he'd scored, but the goal is disallowed. Now then, what a strange thing when you think about the disallowed goal in the semi-final 2 years ago. Then Everton were moaning, now it's Liverpool's turn, and the score is still 1-0 to Everton. Terry McDermott waiting to come on. Oh, mistake, and Latchford's nearly in. Thomas might be in. Still Thomas. Oh, off the line by Alan Hansen, was it? Yes. Thomas holds his head, because that would have put it beyond any doubt at all. He beat the goalkeeper, and big Alan Hansen was on the line to keep Liverpool in the match. It was Ray Kennedy, it came off Nolte to Thomas, now McDermott. Ray Kennedy! Oh! Shaved the post. Right foot as well. Kennedy producing perhaps Liverpool's best shot of the match so far. That's it! Everton have beaten Liverpool. Andy King, the scorer. 7 is his number, and 7 years it is since this last happened. Celebrations by the Evertonians. And emotion all round. Bob Paisley, who's seen everything in football, accepts the defeat, but King stays to salute the crowd. Liverpool's run of 23 league games unbeaten is over, and all round Everton have laid the Liverpool bogey at last.
Well, if they'd had matches like that in Roman days, they could have made do without the Lions. And all credit to Pat Partridge, the referee, for handling it superbly. And Everton's win narrowed Liverpool's lead to 2 points. It sickened Phil Thompson, who I thought was Liverpool's man of the match, and provided Gordon Lee with his first derby win.
You're superstitious, Andy. It's been 7 years, you're number 7, the winning goal.
No, I'm not. I just couldn't have dreamed about it, you know. It is beyond a dream.
You're not even a Liverpudlian, you're from down south. I'm
from down south, but I'm one tonight, don't we? I'll be out celebrating with them tonight.
What's the atmosphere like in the dressing room?
Magnificent. You can imagine it, you know. It's all celebration, champagne. I think I've had a few too many already.
It's very hard to explain really how I feel, apart from the fact that I might have a drink tonight. That might be the right thing. But delightful in every way. It was sweet. The supporters have enjoyed it. The players, we played magnificently. I mean, Liverpool are a great side. They're well run. They've won things, you know. They've won the European Cup. They've won the Championship. And they're a great side. So I'm delighted to have beaten today. You know.
Oh, I'm sick as a parrot. It's been 7 years now, and we've not lost a game. And today I feel really sick, you know. There's no other word for it. I've got a few knocks today, more than I usually get, but it's just my pride what's been here today.
But the thing I like about about Merseyside is that for me today is what football is all about. You know, I'm sure that Liverpool will be disappointed and Everton will be happy. But you know, when you see sort of like I came to the game today, and I saw a fella walking to the match with 2 young boys. One had a blue scarf on and one had a red scarf. And if that, you know, for me, that's what life is all about, and people, and it's great. And I wouldn't swap for anything in the world. I'm sure Bob Paisley, you know, feels the same.
The lads were tremendous. They've done everything right. You know, we're unlucky not to get a couple more goals. You know, and now I know that the Liverpool players are feeling now the way that I've felt for the last few years. And so really, I've got no pity for them at all, because I've felt this, and the lads have felt this for the last few years at all. And anyway, it's great anyway. Yeah, can't say anymore.
Go on, Gordon, make the presentation. You know, to England's future centre-back player. Brilliant player. I think he will become one of England's regular players. I think he's got enough courage and ability to wear a little bit of an Everton tie today, because he's a great lad.
Thanks very much, Gordon. It's the only thing you've given us today. Thanks a lot.
Well, I remember that match only too well, and I also recall a BBC interviewer trying to speak to Andy King at full time for our grandstand programme, but they were both bundled off the pitch by a policeman.
Andy King did get off the pitch. Congratulations.